Greetings, fellow Gothamites. It's Tiki here,
And BlueDragonFive.
and we're here tonight to talk about episode 12 of Fox's retelling of the Dark Knight mythology, entitled A Little Bird Told Him. So join us as we venture into Batman's birthplace.
And explore Gotham.
Yes! Yes! How are you doing tonight, BlueDragonFive? Welcome back after a week-long hiatus from Gotham. Feels good to be back, right? Feels good to be back in the Batcave.
It's good to be home.
Home.
Hello.
All right. Hello. I'm not even going to beat around the bush, BlueDragonFive. This is probably my favorite episode of Gotham yet.
You know, I was a little worried you weren't going to like this one.
I loved it. I think this had all the essential ingredients of a good Gotham episode, except for Alfred and Bruce. But my good excuse for Alfred and Bruce not being involved is I kind of feel like episode 11 and 12 were kind of like one big combined story, and I don't know. I just feel like with all the characters involved were just played so well. The mob stuff was so intense. Like, honestly, it felt like season finale type stuff was going down. And this is just episode 2 of when we've been back from the break. So it's really crazy, man. I think this episode, they really just notched everything up a considerable level. I think, like, by all intents and purposes, I think, like, the villains have never been at their best. Or the villains have never been better. You know, Maroni was just an absolute ball of fun this episode. Just a fantastic episode. Like, tons of mob noir stuff. I mean, I couldn't get enough of it. My only weak point, as you said, as you and I kind of discussed when I asked you what you thought of it, was, I don't think the electrocutioner thing was handled very well. I mean, it was kind of just a superfluous villain. I honestly kind of think you should have maybe just concentrated on the episode, just having the mob stuff is just like, I mean, it kind of was the central focus, but I kind of don't think Gruber needed to be involved at all by all intents when all is said and done, but, you know, what do you think?
Well, overall the episode, let me give you my thoughts here. Just, I thought it was a good episode. Again, the mobs, as you just said, the mob stuff was fantastic. It was the best part of the episode. However, basically, it was a good episode. I'm just mixed on half of it. And the thing, let me clarify this. When I say I'm mixed on it, I mean I'm not. It's not bad. I don't think the episode's bad at all. It's just I'm a little mixed on the elements that are maybe either missed opportunities or just a little. It's like missed opportunities, or they're it's maybe a little weak.
Okay.
It's like you know, it's like a little bit wasted or a little bit disappointing. That's what that's the word I'm looking for. It's a little disappointing.
Well,
but overall, again,
I'll kind of be interested to see where you were kind of let down, because honestly, like, going through this, man, I really thought, like, a lot of this stuff, a lot of the episode was just, like, so well crafted. All these things came together. Like I said, it really felt like a season finale worthy episode, and it kind of blew my mind that we're getting sort of an episode on that scale this early into the mid-season.
Well, I mean, again, I like this stuff. I don't think it's bad what we got. I'm just saying maybe it could have been a little better. That's the half I mixed on, which we'll
okay.
Kind of the electrocutioner stuff, which we'll get to.
Well, I agree, the electrocutioner.
So we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
Okay.
So again, previously, just kind of sum it up. So Gordon, as we know, has been bumped down to guard status, and Jack Gruber escapes to become the electrocutioner, and the big old mob power struggle going on. Okay, so we start the episode with a really cool shot of this newspaper that's being blown around by the train. I'm really starting to get into the look of the city and, like, that train that's always going overhead and stuff like that. I feel like throughout the 10 episodes or so, like, that they did in the first half of the season, they really kind of hit a peak going into this next batch of episodes where Gotham is really well defined now. You know what I mean? It really is, like, I think there's less of those transitions that we really hated, and, you know, there's less CGI stuff going on. I think it really feels a lot more lived in, and I think it's definitely improving in that regard. Oh, yeah.
So, Penguin Maroney. No, I'm sorry.
You're jumping ahead. We're still Gruber. So
Gruber steps on the newspaper. I was wondering who stepped on the newspaper. I'm sorry about that. And Aaron is Aaron's with Gruber, and he's what?
Yeah, sorry. Aaron's other name's Amygdala.
Can I just call him Aaron?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Because they never refer to him as Amygdala in the show at all.
It's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. So Aaron, he's in like this full electric suit. Kind of surprised me that Aaron was really the guy who was. I mean, I don't know. I guess that's kind of how it is in the comics, right? Where he's kind of the big muscle delivering the electric blows.
Oh yeah. The Amygdala is always kind of he's the muscle. Again, the idea, and they do point out in the episode that he's the childlike henchman. So he's not doing this of his own accord. He's being manipulated.
Okay, so we
enter
enter
Irwin's Electronics.
And guess what?
What?
It's in a warehouse.
Yeah. The warehouses are
Holy crap! What a stretch! What a stretch that a villain in this show would go to a warehouse. I can't. That's so original. That is just okay. I'll stop.
Yeah, warehouses are, as you can probably tell by Tiki's cheerful demeanor. Warehouses are popular settings for actions and villainous plots.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit on the repetitive side.
Well, look, Tiki, you get used to it after a long while.
I guess so. So
anyway, so we're at Irwin's Electronics, and Irwin does the guy answer the door, and love this bit. Gruber, being an electrical genius that he is, has a really rigged up this cool device where he sticks almost like into the keyhole of the doorknob this electrical device that electrocutes the guy trying to open the door from the other side. So much so, and this is a brilliant little bit of science here, I think, that he's frozen in place, like his nerve endings have been like stunned to the point where he's still standing in place.
Right. Yeah, it's really kind of cool meta science.
Yeah, and I love that. And his parents walk by him, he's still standing there. Like, he doesn't go down or anything. Yeah, basically, a lot of times your muscles constrict and stuff, so you wouldn't move that much, depending like the potency and like the placement of the electrical shock.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a cool bit of physics. Anyway, so a bit of science. So then Gruber's there because he's picking something up, and Irwin is scared a lot.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, at the GCPD,
Essence is presenting kind of a presentation on Aaron and Gruber.
And I should mention this: Edward Nygma's manning the overhead projector, which is such a period. Again, they're really kind of giving you that kind of almost timeless period. I mean, obviously there's like the computers and cell phones, but still, it's you're going for the kind of the timeless vibe, like an overhead projector.
Well, maybe the GCPD just doesn't have the budget to get projectors. You know what I mean? Like digital projectors.
I just get a sense Nygma just had it on hand. He's brought it out for this occasion.
Right. He's like, because Nygma, as we see it, well, I don't know if we see it, but in this episode, he's more just being a creeper. But as we've seen in other episodes, Nygma kind of just goes out of his way to be helpful whenever he can. So, anyways, so Essence, she's presenting, she's showing Aaron and Gruber to the GCPD, and who should walks in but
Gordon.
Gordon. Gets a strong reaction, except who's showing up that might cause a bit of turmoil.
Okay, now I was so happy with this injury. This is a big character from the comics for Jim Gordon that came in here this episode.
Okay.
So basically, as you said, she's giving the presentation there, like saying Aaron's being used, and then Gruber's an alias. So they found that Gruber is in fact an alias. He has a real name we don't know yet. So they point Bullock and Essence point out, Jim, you really shouldn't be here. Out of your jurisdictions. I'm here to help you on the case. And
Harvey literally starts pushing him.
Yes, I love Harvey in this scene. So basically, the commissioner's on his way because the case is so big. He says, Jim, you really shouldn't be here. I love this. Essence is subtly trying to warn him as the commissioner walks in, saying, no, Jim, you can't be. Jim, you really can't be here. And then, like, Bullock's trying to sneak him out of there. It's really funny.
And then the commissioner walks in.
He says,
Yeah,
"Oh,
he says,
fudge."
"Oh, fudge."
Okay, let's sidestep. He literally sidesteps him behind like a pillar or something, trying to hide him.
It's like an Abbott and Costello routine or something like that.
Funny. Okay, now this character, played by, I believe, Peter Scolari. This character actor, who, by the way, has done voices for Batman the Animated Series before. He's done a lot of voice. He's done a lot of voice work. This guy, bit parts, mind you, but he's done a lot of voice work. He's been in stuff too, a lot of movies. Again, bit parts. Anyway, so Peter Scolari is playing the infamous man who will one day have his job taken by Jim Gordon, Police Commissioner Loeb.
Oh yeah. This guy was in the Dark Knight trilogy, right?
Yes, he's the same character. He's black in the movie.
Okay.
Gil, it's like, I think it's like Gil.
Right.
I forget how his first name works. It's like Gil Loeb or Gillian Loeb.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
And in the comics, he's a big pillar in year one. And in year one, he's like the corrupt police commissioner who's really just running the place. He looks a lot like Ed Asner. That's kind of the
Of course he does.
in the comic, and in the comic at this point, see, this guy was like a real lousy police commissioner. He's really corrupt. He had like kind of this. He decorated his office full of toys and cartoon characters.
Oh wow!
But he was. But the point is, he was like this is the guy who like ordered like people to spy on Gordon to get like leverage over him, and he like kind of okayed a lot of the cops to beat him up.
Okay, yeah.
The point is, this guy,
right.
he is like essentially this guy is for all intents and purposes for this series, unless they bring Gruber back. He's kind of Gordon's Joker.
I really hope they don't bring Gruber back at this point.
We'll get into that. We'll get into. The point is, Loeb is a big deal because eventually Gordon, as you can tell, will take his job eventually. He's going to have a really tense relationship with this guy.
No, they're definitely seeding in some really good stuff right away. Yeah,
and I love how Scolari is playing him so far. They got a really good amount of tension here. But let's get into it. So after Bullock's "oh fudge" moment, Gordon. I love. Loeb just instantly knows. Oh yes, Officer Gordon. Those I've just emphasized officer because it's like the big. He's demeaning him in front of everybody. He's calling him officer.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Officer Gordon. Why are you here? And then Gordon. Oh, I love Gordon this episode. He says, I should ask you the same question. Why are you here?
Gordon at this point, you're right. He really is like, for all intents and purposes, going forward. I really do think, for as much as I know about the Jim Gordon character, which is obviously much less than you do, but I think for all intents and purposes this episode really was the coming out fully of Jim Gordon as like just the radical kind of like gonna do whatever it takes, like working for the true intent of the law, working against the system, openly working against the system. I really felt it was a nice coming into his own.
Oh yeah, so we're just calling him out right in front of everybody. Why are you here? You must be desperate because it's a big press case, right? Because all the time I've been down here, I haven't seen you grace us with your presence once. Again, he says you must be desperate. He says, let's talk in my office. Let's talk in the back office or whatever. And then this is funny. There's really hilarious between Bullock and Gordon here. It's not as much as like a Jim. Or
no. I think when all is said and done, I would be surprised if anything topped that.
Yeah, but this moment was like a good like third in those two moments. Basically, Bullock just says, because he knows it's like kind of like the kids they turn childlike. They turn so childlike, Bullock and Gordon, in these situations.
Yeah, because it's like the two little kids that got in trouble and are being sent to the principal's office.
Gordon's being sent to the principal's office, and his troublesome buddy Bullock says, "Been nice knowing you, pal." And then from off screen we hear Loeb say, "And bring your friend Bullock too." And just after he said,
I hate you.
And Gordon gives us this childlike grin of like, yeah.
Okay, you know what, BlueDragonFive? This is a continual problem with this show. That is where they should have had the title. Why does this show keep doing that? This show has no idea where to place the title, and it is driving me crazy.
Well, too, do you remember where they put the title in for this one?
Yes, I have it marked down. It's like,
is it after Gruber?
Yeah, it's right after Gruber. Yeah.
Well, that's the standard place to put it. So you can't really give. This one is a little more excusable. The previous one's it's stupid. The previous one.
No. It's not right after Gruber. Actually, it's.
Wait, it's not.
No, it's shoot.
We'll
it's
get
right
to it.
after.
Oh well, no. I mean, it's after the bluff. I got it. It's after the bluff. So the point is, it's still after Bullock and Gordon moment. It's still okay, I guess.
I just think it goes on way too long, man. I mean, it's just these people do not understand the art of a good cold open.
You're right, though. It probably would have been better served here, though.
Right? I think there it would have been perfect. Just
either here.
I hate you, Gotham.
Yeah, just Gordon giving that smirk for me, would have been awesome. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and I still can't believe that in whatever episode was it, the Balloon Man, the one where Penguin gets out of the car.
Yeah, it should have been right after Home.
Like, why was it? Just a continual thing that this show.
Anyway, so what's happening with Gruber right now?
Okay, so Gruber, he's talking with Irwin. That's his name, right? Irwin.
Yeah.
Okay, it's always a problem with these shows when I don't know the names. I mean, I know the name's probably on the side, but I'm just like, okay, so guy from opening. So he's let's see, what there's like some sort of like experiment room or something.
Yeah, Gruber.
Right?
They're in the back. It's not. This one's not exactly a warehouse. It's just the back room. To be fair,
it looks like a damn warehouse.
No, usually the warehouse. We don't. I'll admit we do go to a lot of warehouses, but this one was more of a back room. To be fair.
All right.
Anyway,
it's a back room that's large and open and looks like a warehouse.
Okay, fine. Anyway, so Gruber's picking up. Gruber's picking up his experiments and his technology, his electrical technology, pretty much. And to be fair, now I know ultimately we're gonna get some issues with Gruber here, but I love this opening with that. I love his lines in this scene. Gruber pretty much has a really, really cool speech here. He's Irwin's terrified because essentially kind of he was one of the guys that betrayed him.
Right.
And so pretty much Gruber has this really cool speech saying, I'm free. Arkham freed my mind. It freed me in here, my mind, more so. And basically he came to a realization in Arkham that the world is an abandoned factory full of machines. And basically after Irwin's begged him, please don't kill me. Here's your stuff. I kept it straight for you. I didn't know what was going to happen. Please don't kill me. He says, I've learned the world is like an abandoned factory full of machines. Few can be fixed. Some ultimately have to be scrapped. And then he pulls out the kind of like the familiar trick we saw in Arkham. He pulls out his little device, his little electrical lobotomy device, and he puts it on him, and we can assume what happens after that.
Oh yeah,
unpleasantness. So here's the reason I'm still liking Gruber here.
No, I mean you're absolutely right. That was a really compelling speech. I did have that kind of noted.
I'll admit it gets a little clunky with him later down, and we'll get to that. But the point is, what I love about Gruber here is just I love this mentality. This is really fascinating. To me, it's a real fascinating kind of good. Electrocution is usually not a villain with a lot of substance to him, but
what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of the fortune cookie speech from Iron Man 3.
Oh, sure.
Like
yeah.
Oh, your world just turns on a machine, and sometimes we have to work as a factory, and you'll never see me coming.
No, something
like
that.
Yeah, something like that.
The point is, electrocution is usually not a bag with a lot of depth, and I like the depth they are at least attempting to apply to him here, and just the idea that he's the guy. He's always had kind of a thing for electricity and like the mechanisms. He's like an inventor who used his talents for crime, and essentially he realized after he gets screwed over, he has time to just retreat into his mind. And while he's doing that, he's getting more and more creative, and that essentially kind of drives him mad, and it broke him. And it broke him, and just allowed him to go deeper and deeper into his madness. And basically, what this character kind of embodies is that he starts out as kind of a common criminal, but much as the city is starting to transition towards the crazies, as over time we know it will, he's kind of representing that change, and I like that. And just it's the idea of a guy who sees the electricity kind of giving life to something, and he's viewing the world as like this lifeless place that he can infuse certain things with, and just some things he can destroy with. So I think this guy's really fascinating, at least with this speech in mind, definitely.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see how it goes. My big problem with him is I don't really feel like he's going to play much of a role in kind of like the grand scheme of where the show is going.
Well, to be fair, I mean, the show, I don't know if we should mention this now, or probably towards the end, it's old news, but, the show hasn't picked up for a second season, so I'm sure they're going to bring him back next season. Right. That's what I'm thinking they're going to bring him back next season.
Okay, well, we'll see where it goes.
Anyways, the point is, I think it's a really cool way to go with this Gruber guy. That he just views the world as like his own playground for invention.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool, and he's seeing Gotham as kind of this lifeless, abandoned place. There's no order in this place, just a playground of machinery.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I can see where they're going for. I just don't. I just have a lot of issues with the way that the whole storyline went down. I think it was kind of clunky in terms of like the execution and the writing, and I don't know. So
well, we'll get to it. Anyway, so
I'm mixed because I see what you mean. You know, it's like I do see how the character itself, and especially like the idea of the Amygdala, and if they explored that relationship more and get kind of more creepy with it, then I do see it being a compelling character. I just, in the grand scheme of things, there's just so much going on with this show. There's so much that just happened with the mob that we'll get to that's just a big game changer that it's like I really don't. But like you said, season 2 will definitely probably. But there's just a lot. There's a lot on the plate, and he's really like at the bottom of my list in terms of people that I really care about right now. But that's just my personal opinion.
Anyway, so meanwhile, Loeb versus Gordon.
Loeb versus Gordon.
This is a good scene. So right off the bat, Loeb is kind of blaming Gordon for the poor security in Arkham, and pretty much Gordon saying, "Yeah, you're here because of the whole Arkham grand plan didn't work out because it was a stupid plan in the first place, essentially." And I love this. Now this is a really cool dynamic, and again, this show in the pilot presented an idea that I never really thought of ever exploring with Jim Gordon. I'm really interested by it. I'm glad they brought it up again in this scene of Gordon's father.
Yeah, exactly.
Never been explored in the comics before, at least to my knowledge, and or anything with Gordon. I think it's just the untapped engine. The idea of Loeb is kind of charging at Gordon with that knowledge. He basically says, he blames the Arkham thing with Gordon's self-righteous attitude, and he says, where does the self-righteous attitude that come from? And Gordon, essentially, in the scene, he's suggesting we catch these men pretty much, standard stuff, saying, "Hey, listen, well, let me catch the men. I know they think, I know they work." And he brings up, here's the cool bit. Loeb brings up, saying, "You know what I don't understand about you, Gordon? I don't understand. Your father was an upstanding district attorney. Why not go and follow that noble business? Why go into law enforcement instead of being observing the law?"
Right.
And Princess, you want to talk about my father? You want to focus on catching these men?
Yeah, no, it's a really cool dynamic because it's again, I love how Harvey is just in the middle of this whole thing, and he is just like, he is just trying to like kick Jim in the foot every time he calls out the commissioner, because he just knows, like, oh God, Jim, you're just digging a deeper and deeper hole for yourself.
Yeah, Bullock just wants to do his job without getting in trouble, like raising any attention from the higher ups, and Gordon is literally the antithesis of that. and Bullock has a really funny line.
Yeah. I have no rebellious fire.
Because he says, Gordon, I don't know where you get this rebellious fire, or I don't know where you get the gall for this rebellious fire. And his book just interjects with, I just want to point out, I have no rebellious fire whatsoever. Anyway, so again, Gordon's just pretty much saying, make me, put me back on this case as like a detective, first rank or whatever.
Mm-hmm. That line from Bullock kind of really reminded me of like the whole thesis statement they set out with him in the first episode, which is, this is a guy that, it's not that he's corrupt, it's just that he uses the system to get by as much as he can, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So really kind of, it was a very humorous moment, but I also feel like really shed a lot of light onto him and his character at the same time.
Oh, yeah, so anyway, first of all, just the idea of Loeb is kind of bringing Gordon's father. He is a guy who's been around Gotham, in the sense that he could foreshadow like what the stuff Gordon's going to have to go through with the system and whatnot.
Exactly. Yeah.
Definitely, kind of being a guy who's like he's been around like the Gotham's transformative years. And I'll tell you, it's an episode I'm waiting for. Like if they don't do it, like hint at it towards like the last episode of this season, I definitely want to see it in season 2. I want to see like a flashback episode of like Falcone, Gordon's father, and this guy.
Do we know how many episodes we're getting? Is it 24?
I thought it was 20 for this season.
20? Okay, that's good. To me, it's like the fewer the better.
I believe it's 20 for this season.
Okay, the fewer the better, just because on the Breaking Bad principle, it's like the more condensed you can get it, the tighter you can get the storytelling. You know what I mean?
Right. So anyway,
okay.
so then basically Gordon wants his detective position back so he can work on the case, because he basically says, why should I even think about doing that? He says, well, because I know Gruber. I know how I got to know him in Arkham Asylum. I know how he thinks. I know where he's going to hit next. Well, where is he going to hit next? He says, I'm going to keep that information to myself. Anyway, so he says, okay, deal. You have 24 hours to get him back, which is a ridiculous amount of time to convict someone who just broke out.
Yeah, right.
And so the point is, I love how Loeb knows he wants him to fail.
Oh, so, yeah, of course.
Anyway, so this is real funny, too. Bullock is hilarious in this bit. Pretty much says, okay, deal. 24 hours, and Bullock's first of all caught by surprise that he agreed to that. And he says, like I said, if you don't catch him by 24 hours, you and your partner here will both be, basically you'll be Arkham guards for life, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. And Bullock is, he is not happy at all.
Yeah, we walk out, and then, I just love this thing. Again, they're like kids.
I mean, yeah, you're right. This is, like, it's not a bad place for the title. I just think, like, I don't think the title should be more than, like, 2 or 3 scenes, or let's say 2 scenes into the episode. That's what I think. But anyways.
And so they're walking out of there, and your Bullock's obviously panicking, which is funny. It's like, what was that? Anyway, and then Gordon's just calming him down.
BlueDragonFive.
Yeah.
What was that?
Oh, God. Anyway, then I just love this. They're walking out. They're trying to keep it calm. Like Gordon's trying to keep it calm. He's just like, listen, it'll be fine. Bullock's saying, well, what? But people, wait, how do you know? You know where he's going to be? He says, no. Wait, what? He says, no. Basically saying he bluffed. He says, well, you just said you knew. He says, I lied. Then Bullock just kind of left there dumbfounded. Then we cut to the.
Like I said, decent place to cut. I kind of have an OCD about cutting too far into the episode.
Let's talk about something I think you and I, at least going into it, I thought you'd be a little more mixed on.
Okay.
What do you think of the whole, again, spoilers in this thing, so let's jump to where we know, even when it's set up, we know ultimately it's going to go. Gordon getting out of the asylum a little early.
Oh, yeah,
Because you told me you were not looking forward to this.
I mean, okay, the one thing is, I'm glad that they went balls to the walls with Leslie Tompkins, and just was like, fuck it, Barbara's a terrible character, this is a good character, let's have them hook up. I don't know your opinions about that. I don't know if you think that they went kind of too far with it. I thought it was a nice move, just given how terrible Barbara is, but we'll get into that.
But about the Arkham position.
Well, but about the Arkham position, I think as long as Gordon has a presence at Arkham still,
I'm sure
as long as Arkham remains a presence in the show, which I'm sure it will, I'm not mad about it at all. I just think maybe it was probably a little bit contrived, you know what I mean? Because it's kind of like Loeb, he gives them this task that he wants them to fail, and I don't know. I just think it kind of goes into sort of TV writing mode to get him back, but it's a minor complaint in the episode, because I think the episode did a lot of stuff really well.
And again, I just want to specify again, I don't think this is necessarily bad. It's more like a potential missed opportunity is what I'm going for this and the Gruber stuff. This is what I mean. Just like the whole the thing is, I'm going to like kind of like a seesaw here of like it's good. I mean, it's a logical progression. Okay, well, Gruber gets out. Obviously, Gordon's going to want to be on the case, and how is he going to be able to work at the case? As we see in this episode, he makes a deal, and this deal is, okay, you're either going to work at Arkham permanently, or you're going to stop the guy. And we know Gordon's going to stop the guy, so why else would he not?
Kind of take some suspense out, yeah.
So, I mean, there's that. I mean, the one thing they could have done, which I wouldn't have been too surprised by if they did go this route, but I would have been a little surprised if, like, just being the prick that he is, maybe Loeb just, like, found a technicality and like still put him back in Arkham. I mean, they could have done that, maybe, but still, just given what our next episode's title is, I guess, it was kind of in the cards that
Next
Gordon was.
episode's title is a little bit of a dead giveaway, yeah.
But anyway, so my point is, yes, it would have been great if we had at least one more episode of him in Arkham as Gargus is such a cool concept. But it's like we want to go along, so we don't want to drag things on too long. So maybe it's them smartly saying, "Well, look, we want to get back to our story here. We got some cool stuff in mind for the GCPD. We want to get Gordon back there, and even the cop. Everyone wants him back there. So let's just do it, but still keep him a presence at Arkham."
Okay, I definitely see your side of it for sure, and it's,
so I mean,
I think it would have been pretty contrived because it's like you need the core of this show is the Bullock and Gordon dynamic. You need that, and it would have been contrived to have Gordon keep running into Bullock if they were working different jobs. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think there's a kind of a cool missing miniseries between the winter and current breaks of him working in the asylum, which could be a cool miniseries, a mini series if they did the missing 3 episodes or something.
Oh God, right.
But the point is, again, it's just a fun one, what if and who was Bullock's partner in the meantime before Gordon came back? Again, it's a mini
really bad, really just twerpy, just by the books guy.
Yeah, there's a bunch of kind of Rorschach cops, perhaps.
Right.
Or again, maybe an awesome thing having Christmas Allen there and just getting sick of Bullock and he quits, or quits working with him or something.
Yeah, that's the thing. Christmas Allen still knows. Is still
as far as we know, he's dead.
Right.
Prove me wrong, show. Prove me wrong. No body.
I think it'd be fun to just edit together every second of screen time that he's had.
2 minutes.
If that.
Maybe less. But anyways, you see what I mean? It's just, again, I don't want to sound too harsh on there. I think it's I saw your review going into this just saying that, yeah, it would have been nice to see him in Gotham more, in Arkham more, but he's as long as he's there, it's going to be fine, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Again, it's more of the missed opportunity than a genuine. Again, I have no genuinely bad things, and it's just things are mixed on, still getting used to.
Okay.
Anyway, so moving on. So we start with a really awesome flashback.
Oh yeah, we get a really, really cool transition. There's all this crazy operatic music playing. I assume this is
yes, it's the same song.
Well, yeah, I know, but I assume it's his mother's funeral.
Well, father's.
Father's, okay.
Remember, the mother's literally right next to him.
Okay, take us through the scene. I gotta get rid of that ring.
Right. Okay, so we're at this little flashback here real quick, and we see what looks like I assume is a Falcone's father's funeral, because there's a dead man on the table too. Just any other mobster, or I presume just the increase of the drama would be his father, because Falcone looks awful sad. Falcone's a little kid, and he's sitting in his mother's lap. And really a cool bit here. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm 90% sure it's the same actress that's playing Liza as Falcone's mom. Anyway, so pretty much we get a really cool transition going up. This really kind of nicely done flashback, really operatic. Really, it's a well-done little sequence. But we transition from the boy Falcone to the man currently in Gotham tending to business Falcone with the hat on. It's a really cool transition.
Oh yeah, really artfully done. I think the reason why this is my favorite episode personally is it just combines everything we love about this show, all the. Of course, except for the Alfred and Bruce Wayne stuff, which I don't think would have fit into this episode storyline anyway, so I'm kind of cool with that.
I'm wondering when they're going to come back. I know they're going to be back for the 17th episode, but I'm wondering if they're going to be back for
is it going to be that? Oh, I doubt it's going to be that
I'm just saying I know they're going to be back for that one, because how can you not for that one? But I think I'd assume they're going to be back for the Paging Dr. Crane episode. Oh, I'm sorry, the Fearsome Dr. Crane. Then the Fearsome Dr. Crane is I'm saying Dollmaker's 17, but...
Dollmaker 17, okay, right.
I'm saying I assume they're going to be in the one after next week's episode. That's what I assume. Hopefully they'll be back at a little bit like the B story next. Well, I'm sorry, we're jumping into speculation. Anyway.
Yeah, we are.
So what's happening now? So we now transition to Falcone looking at a man begging.
Okay, so yeah, and he meets up with Liza. There's a really cool let's see. There's all this cool kind of symmetry with this flower going on throughout the episode. What do you think of that?
Oh, the flower sandwich is good, but before we get to the flower, say the man's begging for his life. He mentions, like he feels like he's, he's part of
Oh
the.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
This is a
Go
cool
ahead, I'm
bit.
sorry.
He's part of. He says he's kind of part of the mob Falcone family, and that's important because obviously the family's going to factor in big time for Falcone in this episode. And pretty much, this is a real cool bit because Falcon knows going into he's going to kill this guy. He says, "I know it doesn't seem fair, my son, but life is like that." Pretty much saying, "I know it doesn't seem fair," and then pretty much, the guy just off screen blows his head off, presumably. Then meanwhile, so Falcon just kind of casually walking over with Lisa and Rain. Really cool looking shot.
Sets a nice tone for Falcone's character moving forward in the episode for sure.
Yeah, Rain and like Liza picks him a flower, but gives it to him.
Oh, oh man, the flower. I hate to keep bringing up this show once again, but it's Breaking Bad, man. It's the way the flower kept showing up throughout the episode as symbolism, and then the way it was done at the end. I was really blown away by it.
Oh yeah, it's a really nice bit. It's such a mob. It's such
exactly. It was just dripping with like mob noir. I loved it.
Oh yeah. Let's see. So they're going for a little walk, and Falcon's really getting into kind of a neat little speech, mentioning this used to be in my old neighborhood. There's they're walking around, and this is really, again, I love Falcon's dialogue. It really works well for him in the episode. He says, I've worked all my life. I worked so long to get where I am today, but along the way I forgot why. Basically why I did what I did it all for. And she suggests, well, you did it the notoriety, the fame, the power.
Right.
So I love this. I love this. We start off with kind of the Falcon kind of questioning why he's doing the things he's doing. Like, what has it all been worth it? What is he doing this for anymore? He just feels so complacent now.
Falcone, obviously he's had a really big presence throughout the series. I mean, Geek Evolution talks about, it's like he's a character where every time he's on screen, you're just drawn to him and you want to see what he does. But my God, BlueDragonFive, they really fleshed him out. This was his huge coming out episode, I think. You know what I mean? Never before has he been this complex, this calculated. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. The way they showed him to be both incredibly vulnerable, like you said, in these few opening scenes where he's questioning what he's doing, and then we get back into it. He's he's also kind of questioning, basically keeping Liza in danger, right? And just wanting to let Liza go. He offers to set her up with a bakery or something as a business.
Yeah, he really does. You see, he does actually genuinely care, but he was always kind of questioning what exactly he was keeping around for. Does he know? Does he not know? But here we find he truly does like this girl, not in a romantic sense, but he likes having this girl around. He says, you should find a husband. You should have a husband, settle down, have a life. He could set you up a little bakery, be a little more independent. And she chooses to stay with him, which he's genuinely touched by.
Yeah. No, I really, Falcone just goes through such a range this episode. I was so impressed with it.
Something I always like with villains, a really cool idea going with villains that they do with Falcone in this episode, and they've kind of done with a few examples, like Megamind is a big example.
Okay.
Megamind or the villain in the Green Hornet, the Bludnovsky. I love neurotic villains with neuroses of they're asking what am I doing this for? Basically all these little things bug them. So after Megamind kind of getting over the loss of his great adversary, he's based his whole life around. Or Christoph Waltz's Bludnovsky character, just thinking he's not a scare, he's a mobster without a gimmick. He just thinks, well, am I boring? I mean, I'm deadly, but am I boring?
Is the Green Hornet any good? Is that worth watching?
It's definitely worth a watch. Yeah.
You know what I just recently found out about it was done by the same guy who directed Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
What? The Eternal Sunshine guy directed Green Hornet?
Well,
so I gotta check that out.
Don't expect a lot from it, but it's
well, no, I won't. But still, I'm a big, in terms of cinema, I'm a big guy that looks for style that directors kind of carry over from film to film, and I'm sure Green Hornet's not going to have nearly as much substance as Eternal Sunshine, but
the guy's movies definitely have a distinct look to them. But anyways,
and my point is, so I love villains with kind of these realistic problems, or like these realistic thoughts. Like, okay, Falcone, obviously they set him up from the beginning. He's like a mobster from the early beginnings of Gotham. He's seen the city change, and of course, hopefully he's going to see the city change even further. So it's a really cool notion of like, yeah, he's getting tired. I mean, even everyone's been saying, especially Fish, has been saying he's a tired old fat white man.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to.
I think this episode does such a good job throughout the whole thing of just like, you really do think this is Falcone's send-off. You're just like, okay, you know, it's like, and it's kind of like a cool thing that they're playing with in terms of suspense with this show, is that I think eventually they are going to kill off a major character, like a major figure of the comics. I think maybe within the first season that'll happen, and that'll be a big game changer in terms of where we're going with the story.
We'll see.
I honestly thought that was going to be Falcone this episode for a long time. I really thought they were setting up his death. I thought this was going to be Falcone's big last stand. But I'm just saying, it was just like really good writing in terms of being a really big misdirection. But anyways.
Anyway, so is the idea of Falcone get a little tired and kind of contemplating retirement? I thought it was a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so let's see. So again, he's genuinely touched by Liza wanting to stay because he has feelings for her regardless of whether they're romantic or not. Because remember, the idea is like she does look like his mother, which we saw in flashback. I believe they got the exact same actress to play his mother.
Oh, is that okay?
I'm like 90% sure it's the same girl.
Yeah.
Anyway, so meanwhile, what's happening at the board?
So some loud, crazy, screaming guy is being led into a cell at this GCPD. And,
it's kind of a Penguin moment.
And to quote Penguin, home.
Yeah, it's quarantine pretty much thing. He feels welcomed by the sounds of chaos in the station. And Bullock points out, "Oh, it's good to be back." And Bullock's pointing out, "Oh, well, that sounds about right for a guy who was in a mental asylum." And
like, we're going down, Jim. And then Nigma enters. Good to see.
Remember, Bullock has a really cool line too. He says, "You know, you're like a roller coaster going down."
Oh yeah.
And then Nigma comes in with, "Wouldn't that be more of an elevator?" "What is it, Ed? This is my last day on the job. Tell me what it is."
Oh, good to see Nigma for the first time of the new year.
Yeah.
Okay, so
wasn't he in last? No,
he wasn't in the last episode. No.
You're right.
So what discovery has he made?
Oh yeah, Nigma just drops like a huge file and says, "I found fingerprints." And pretty much he says he found out who the guy is. The guy's actual name is Jack Buchansky.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially, we get. He also points out he actually wanted to be transferred to Arkham, so that's important.
Yeah, very conniving.
We'll find out why in a moment. But I love this. Before Newt can kind of get into was waiting for kind of the applause and whatnot before he can actually finish his whole his orientation on the evidence and how he found it. He notices our old female pal, Miss.
Oh, I
Kringle.
was so happy to see her back.
Yeah, I was also happy to see her back. Yeah, she's got a funny dynamic with this guy. Yeah, so Miss Kringle's.
So she seemed like the kind of character where you don't know for sure if it was just going to be kind of like a one episode, one and done bit appearance or not.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was so happy to see Miss Kringle come back, and really just love how he gets interrupted, and he's it's all in the file. Just as good, it's all in the file. He goes to her.
And the funny thing is, hold on, one second. The funny thing is that Gordon is Bullock is actually in the middle of giving him a legitimate compliment, "Hey Ed, this is really good work." But in the moment, Nigma, he's like, "Oh, Kringle, Miss Kringle."
Oh yeah.
So it's like his ongoing quest for admiration is cut short by his creeper obsession with this. I love it.
So he goes to Miss Kringle, and basically Miss Kringle, she's oh god, it's him. Anyway, so he comes by, and apparently she was going to visit him anyway because she points out, she unveils a little dessert he left on her desk. Actually, not a dessert; it's a riddle. He left her a riddle on her desk, and it's in the form of a bloody cupcake with a bullet. And she says, "Yeah, this says that this is disturbing and inedible, pretty much." And I said, "No, it's a riddle." I nicknamed it the Riddle Cake. The Riddle Cake.
Oh God.
They gotta market. Why can't they? If they sold this, it'd be an awesome idea. If they sold cupcakes and riddles in them.
What about Cupcake Boy?
Oh my God! Yeah, give Cupcake Boy a riddle cake.
Right. Norman! It's Norman Bates!
Nigma! Eddie Nigma! There you are, buddy! Anyway, let's see. A little crossover there for you folks, but back to business. So, we get some exposition between S and, as per usual, S and getting on the exposition. S and Gordon both, they speculate on what Buchansky's what his motivation is, and pretty much here's this backstory on this guy. So Buchansky, he was a bank robber on a bank robbery team. He was the brains behind the operation with his electrical prowess. Robbed at least 4 banks. Some people killed along the way. He ended up getting imprisoned. Essentially, we assume that he was sold out by his fellow cronies, and he refused to give them up because that's the way things are done.
Oh.
Refuses to give them up, didn't get anything in return, and he's in prison for a long time. And apparently, with his grand plan of vengeance, real clever plan actually. He bribes a guy. He bribes someone he bribes some higher up to basically put his name on a transfer list for the newly reopened and obviously really poorly secured Arkham Asylum. So again, it's a really smart plan. He gets a transfer to Arkham Asylum, which he knows is going to be really ill-equipped to handle any inmates, so he can escape. That's a good plan.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway,
one quick, very important question.
Sure.
Do you think Gruber changed his name to Gruber because of Die Hard?
I'd love it if that were the case, and because it's an alias, it's not off the table. But
right. That's what I thought when I heard it was an alias. Honestly,
it's not off the table. I don't know. The question is that Die Hard exists in this universe, which I don't see why not. But,
I don't see why not. Yeah.
So I mean, I'm for it. If I don't see why not.
All right.
He's kind of a mastermind. So Gruber.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. So, anyways.
So also basically, so Gordon deduces he's basically after it's a revenge plot this guy's out for. So we find his partners, we find him, and then Bullock gets a little note hand to him. They got a hit on Howie on the van, the van of which he and Aaron escaped in the last episode.
Indeed.
So they find the van and they find the shop. They find Irwin's shop, and they find basically they find so some technology is missing here. Must have swiped some technology while I was here. And also, this is a cool. I like this bit. We see Irwin there. Now, Irwin is one of the co-conspirators that sold him out, so he's the first victim. Mm-hmm. He's been zapped with the machine, so this is a real cool idea.
Yeah.
Irwin has been zapped with Lil Doohickey, so now his programmed function, because now he's a master of this. He's gotten better over time. He's programmed with the really clever and ingenious. He's been writing. Pre-programmed, his muscles memory has been pre-programmed to write on a wall with a magic marker continuously, "I will not betray my friends again," over and over again, like Bart Simpson.
Oh,
really cool idea. I thought, and then basically turn around and they thought, okay, man, the guy, he struck again. This guy. So again, this is a really cool revenge plot for this guy, I think.
And they also step over the guy who was electrocuted on the door, and Bullock makes a comment. He's fried like a donut.
Yeah, the animated series, he loves his donuts. So I wonder if that's a reference.
Yes, he does.
Really funny.
Okay, next scene, we get a really kind of a twisty-turny plot going on here. It starts.
All we need are some oranges for this scene.
Oh yeah, I can't. Now, who's Eliza with? Is she with a bodyguard or what? Like, who's the guy that ends up getting shot?
Yeah, she's with a bodyguard too, or she's with some Falcone's bodyguards.
Okay, that's what I thought. So,
I guess she's doing like grocery shopping or something. Because you mentioned making dinner.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, I wanted to point out Falcone wanted to open a bakery so that she could probably deny Victor Zsasz more muffins. Just wanted to get that out there. Okay, moving on. So, what's happening with Eliza here? So, bodyguard gets shot because...
Sweetheart, I need some muffins! Oh, sorry, you don't get any.
Or a riddle cake.
Come on, I just want a muffin!
Or a riddle cake. Please?
Please?
He gets to say please again, folks. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, so Liza's kidnapped, and some muscle gets shot, and gets unmasked. She says, "No, I'm just this housekeeper. It's Fish. Yeah."
Da, da, da. It's time, Liza.
Making my
boy.
move on Falcone today.
Oh boy, so yeah, we are in the thick of it now. Like I said, Blue Jay, don't you think that this feels like a season finale type thing that's going down?
It does.
Yeah, like props to them, man, because they are really moving the plot along here.
Oh yeah. This feels like the end of the first half of Breaking Bad. I'm sorry, the first half of season 5 of Breaking Bad. Sorry.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like this is like the whole prison sequence in Breaking Bad season 5. Okay, anyway.
Okay, so what's going on?
So, basically, okay, the plan is to ransom off Liza. Calls Falcone, uses like a little voice modulator, says, we have Liza, and this bit, a little minor gripe. I think the acting, this Liza's a little weak in this one scene for this one bit.
I think the acting on Liza in general hasn't really been the strong point.
Well, no, I mean, I'm fine with her. Just this one scene, just out of context, really, her whole cries of pain don't really convince me.
Okay, yeah.
Ever saying her cries of pain sound really phoned in? Huh? Sorry. But pretty much saying, oh yeah, she doesn't react well to pain. Oh, please don't! No, strongest. Yeah, pretty much just says, hey, listen, Falcone, we have her, and, don't hurt her. Says, doesn't even give any demands yet, just hangs up, so pretty much we'll let him wait on it.
Mm-hmm.
Let him stew it over, let him panic and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, the electrocutioner strikes, and this is funny how we find that out. The electrocutioner gets named in the paper. Bullock says, "Oh yeah, electrocutioner strikes. No pressure." Bullock's just the big ball of nerves in these types of situations.
Oh yeah.
And basically,
Nigma loves the electrocutioner name.
Yeah, I love that. Nigma loves the name. Oh, the electrocutioner sounds cool.
Sounds dramatic. Ooh.
Yeah, it sounds dramatic, and also they got 17 hours left to find this guy. Not again pressure ticking. So also, I love Nigma in this scene because Nigma, again, I love Nigma and Gordon in this scene. Nigma suggests, because he's really smart, he realizes, oh yeah, well, given he stole electrical equipment, you guys are probably gonna want to wear these rubber galoshes. What's Bullock's line, Tiki, in response to this?
Oh God, do I have it written down? I hate wearing. No, Mom, I hate wearing rubbers on the job.
No, Mom, I don't want to wear.
I butchered it.
Yeah, basically, no, Mom, I don't think I'm gonna wear my rubbers. Essentially, so yeah, Bullock.
But it comes with black socks.
Yes. Anyway, so Nigma was smart enough to realize, okay, well, if you do get electrocuted, basically this will make sure it doesn't reach you if you're standing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really smart plan. Bullock stupidly says no to the rubbers. Gordon's smartly, and I love this. It's such a little subtle moment of like Gordon like Enigma. Just Ed, get over here. And he gets the boots from him. Like Bullock says, "Are you serious, Jim?" He says, "Yeah." But he's putting the rubber boots on. Again, smart Gordon. I love smart Gordon.
Yeah, because it's just a safety precaution. It's like I just think like with Bullock, he's just refusing to do anything that Nigma's even suggesting.
Well, it's more so Bullock, I guess Bullock maybe just doesn't want to look ridiculous too, but it doesn't even look
so, yeah.
But also, anyway, meanwhile, Leslie Tompkins pokes her little head in, and I'm instantly getting excited. Yay, Leslie Tompkins! And she's coming in, and I love Bullock and Enigma in this scene too. So Leslie Tompkins pays a little visit, and she walks up to Gordon and Bullock's whole bullpen area. Mm-hmm. And first of all, Enigma just like turns his head like intrigued, like, huh. Mm-hmm. And Bullock also just throughout this scene before he's introduced to her, he has like a raised eyebrow, like, what's going on? I thought he was with Barbara. What's going on here? And pretty much, Gordon's like caught off guard by Leslie visiting. Oh, just call me Lee. I'm not crazy about the Lee thing, but I'll let it
No, I'm not either. I kind of hate it.
I mean, in comparison to the horrible female stuff we've gotten before, I'll give it a pass.
Yeah, it's a minor nitpick. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, it's kind of dumb cutesy if you ask.
Was it in the comics?
No, it's always just call me Leslie.
So yeah, that bothers me. That kind of bothers me.
Call me Leslie's better than call me Lee.
Yeah, it's like Lee, really?
It's too cutesy.
I've never heard of anyone like using the name
the nickname Lee for Leslie.
Yeah, like it's either Les or just Leslie.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, no. Actually, Les out of context probably doesn't work either. Just Leslie. It's fine. Anyway, so Leslie, she comes by, checking on Gordon. She brings a clue, and I love. Again, this shows you in one scene, Leslie is infinitely 20 times better than Barbara has ever been. First of all, let's just go down the checklist. 1, she's useful. 2, she's understanding. 3, she's not bad to look at.
Well, no. Hold on.
I'm sorry. I'm saying both the same thing, but well,
yeah,
fine.
I mean, that's the one thing. I do remember. It's funny, BlueDragonFive. It's funny because I remember the first couple episodes or two, you were like defending Barbara mostly on the basis that the actress was really attractive.
Well, it was more my fallback, saying there's a little bit of hope there. I mean, she's not bad to look at either. Back when I was hopeful. Back when we were naive and hopeful.
I was never hopeful about Barbara. I was just like, as soon as she came up, I was like, oh god.
I was hopeful until
where this is going.
Yeah. Anyway, so, I think Leslie. To be honest with you, I think Leslie Helms is even more attractive than Barbara. To be honest with you.
No, I'll give you that for sure.
No, it's just I don't know. I think she's cute.
I think she's attractive in a more classy way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Plus, she's a doctor. She's got a lot going for her. Anyway, enough of the Leslie Tompkins fan fest over here. Anyway, so Leslie pays a visit. She's actually providing a really helpful clue here. And Bullock acutely says, "Hey, who's your little friend there?" Because she's brought a doll with her. Says, "Oh yes, this is actually the reason I'm here." So this little sorceress. I love a book. First of all, instantly detects there's some chemistry between her and Gordon.
Oh yeah, you know it.
And again, it's cute seeing Gordon kind of turn like kind of this boyhood thing between her and him and Leslie. It's cute. No, it's kind of he's just like turns like, oh yeah, I'm fine. He's like a teen, he's like a high school kid talking to a girl.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, so let's so Perlman says, oh yeah, this is a doll from the sorceress we have in the asylum. Obviously not a real sorceress, like a proclaimed sorceress.
Mm-hmm.
But she basically the gimmick is so all the inmates in the asylum, the sorceress has them make these dolls and like voodoo dolls. Has them basically they curse the dolls, make them look like the people they don't like, have them cursed by her in exchange for goods such as candy or soda. Which I love, by the way. So again, it's so childlike. I love it.
No, yeah, you're right. It kind of makes Arkham Asylum just feel more lived in. You know what I mean?
Because that's what you would give.
Sort of minor level stuff going on, minor level sort of crazy stuff.
Yeah, that is the kind of the one treatable. That's like a happy treatable good in a prison setting. Like candy and soda. Why can't we have more of that? It's like a camp or something. Anyway, so point is like they make a voodoo doll, give it to the sorcerer. She puts a little magical curse on it in exchange for candy or soda. Person says, yeah, you owe me like 2 6-packs of root beer or something, or whatever, soda. For giving you this, and they look at the doll. This doll is called Mr. M, and they piece together looking at the thing, and they figure Mr. M, and they look at it. Oh, who's this remind you of, Harvey? And we see in our next scene, Maroney.
Oh my god!
Maroney.
He just tears it up this episode. He is just delightful.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
so he's in a big, like a huge, like old-fashioned, like Italian dinner table.
Yeah, like a Goodfellas scenario,
Yeah, exactly. And he's like making this joke about the tooth fairy or something.
Yeah,
and he's just hamming it up so much. And oh my god, I love it.
Throughout the episode, he's just joking with his guys, pretty much. Just like, oh yeah, but I'm joking. The joke in this case, actually, it's a funny mob joke. Actually, it's a. Pretty much, it's just we made a guy talk, but the problem is we knocked out all his teeth. So he wanted to talk, we had to clean him up somehow. Pretty much, it was like he was more than willing to talk, but he had so much dental damage we couldn't hear the guy.
Right.
Pretty really dark humor.
Oh, I just love how into it everyone is, and just how much he's the center of the room.
Yeah. And by the way, he is the center, and also that's kind of a neat little parallel with the joke. It kind of relates to this situation at hand. Of course, Penguin being the snitch and getting answers from a snitch.
Of course.
I'm sure it's putting a lot of tension on Penguin too. Anyway, so Penguin gets a call.
Oh my god.
So Penguin gets a call, and big surprise, Falcone's panicking over Liza. Says, "Okay, listen, I need you down here immediately."
Oh yeah.
I appreciate this. I love this idea. Penguin comes with a really good excuse because he knows Falcone's Maroni is a family man, especially with the young boy and their mother. And he says, "Oh, I have to go. It's urgent. If you'll excuse me, my mother is very sick." So, hey, a sick mother's a sick mother.
Yeah. He doesn't even question it for a second.
Yeah. So he leaves, and Penguin's about to leave, and we also see Gruber's on the assault on the outside. He's kind of rigged the door, kind of similar trick as before. But also, apparently, he's looks like he knocked a guy unconscious, and he's reprogrammed with the little electrical thing.
Oh.
Anyway, so after Penguin, he tries opening the door, big electrical feedback pulse, if you will, of being getting shocked across the room.
I love how they're all calling him Penguin, but kind of in a loving manner now.
Yeah, I love that. I was so happy. For a moment, you heard them. Hey, what's wrong with Penguin?
Yeah, Penguin. Oh no.
Oh, you okay, Penguin? That's these mobs just actually grown to kind of like him.
Right, exactly.
Anyway, so right after that, then there's a guy who's been again kind of fried. So his only purpose is to deliver a little electrical grenade bomb, which I really love the design of, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Comes in, drops it, and basically shocks the crap out of him. Basically, this wasn't intended to kill them. It's intended to send a warning if I'm coming for you.
Indeed.
So pretty much, Electrocutioner as his electronic bomb is just message has been sent. Maroni's on the guard, and Gordon comes down there. Penguin's again been knocked unconscious. I
love the shot of Maroni just walking out stunned.
Yeah, also I love the continuous shot of one of the henchmen just kind of carrying Penguin unconscious.
Yeah.
It cracks me up.
Oh God.
Anyway, so the point is now Gordon's down they're in Maroni's in an ambulance and Penguin's on the gurney because he's unconscious, and we know right off the bat Penguin's in trouble because if he's unconscious that means Falcone's without him, which is
oh yeah, man, things are about to go really south for Penguin.
Oh yeah, this made my jaw drop of oh my God. So
it really did, man. It really did.
I was thinking, how could Penguin is in deep water. So pretty much, Gordon's telling Maroni right here, okay, listen, the guy's after you sold, basically you sold him out, I assume. Mm-hmm. Basically being direct with him, saying, oh yeah, I'm sure you're behind this, I know you're behind this. And Maroni's deflecting, he's like, who's this guy again you're accusing? Pretty much saying, the man, Baczynski, the guy you sold up the river, he's coming back, so listen, let me put you in protective custody. Maroni laughs us off. As bait. So pretty much Maroni knows you want to use me as bait, and says, "Why would I do that?" And Gordon I love that Gordon's kind of giving a half-hearted, genuine beg here of please, Don Maroni, help me, help you.
Oh, yeah, exactly, yeah. Now let me ask you this: is this the first scene that we've seen Gordon and Maroni interact?
No, of course not, Tiki. Aren't you forgetting the awesome scene we had way early on?
Oh, remind me.
Episode, I think it's episode. Oh yeah, it's Viper. That's the reason we love Viper so much. Remember?
Remind me what's going
on. That's when he finds out Penguin used to work for Falcone. And
yeah, okay, right, yeah.
That's half the reason we love Viper so much.
I gotcha. Okay, fair enough.
It was our first intro of Maroni, pretty much.
Okay, and this is the next time they're meeting up though. After that, right?
Yeah, this is Maroni and Gordon's second encounter.
Okay, cool.
So anyways, so pretty much just Maroni just kind of laughing off. And then Gordon actually says, genuinely says, okay, please help me, help you here. Pretty much says, okay, what do I get out of this? Okay, well, you live and we get him, pretty much. Saying you used as bait, you get kept safe, you walk free for whatever crime you committed, pretty much. So I'm not charging you, but just help me catch this guy and you live, pretty much. And he, as he's mulling over, then, oh boy. Right in the gurney on the back, Penguin kind of has a moment talking in his sleep or whatnot, trying to wake up. And I guess in his mind, I guess the way it works is your mind, your muscle, and your memory pretty much is remembering the last thing after you traumatic shock.
Yeah.
It's I guess the brain synapses are trying to reconnect and remind you of what you were doing the moment before. So there's some pseudo meta science in there, I guess.
Yeah, no, I totally bought it. I was thinking
basically he says the worst possible thing, such a Dexter moment of he wakes up and he says, for a moment he stirs up and he says, "Oh, I have urgent business with Don Falcone." out. Oh my god, the moment of tension. And Gordon's there too. That's important. Gordon's there too.
Right.
And Maroney just kind of gives like a raised eyebrow, like. What? Anyway, so now we're at the GCPD, and again, Penguin just being flung on the desk. Yeah, just drop him anywhere. On the desk.
Yeah.
So basically, the mom's playing the waiting game because basically Gordon's like, take a seat anywhere when you're on protective custody, and they're scared of yucking it up. Basically, hey, sweetie, bring me some coffee. They're playing the waiting game, and it's gonna. Oh, we know it's gonna. The Penguin's gonna be in deep water when he wakes up.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile.
Okay.
To be fair, this is probably the least offensive she's been. No, she's basically just boring in this scene. It wasn't even bad. It's just. Well, okay, let's just get into it. So
I just would die.
Yeah. Anyway, so Barbara pretty much. And the more I think about this, the more I'm starting to hate it. So let's just try to get through this quickly.
Okay.
So Barbara, she goes to her parents' house, and her parents, who've been built up, by the way, a little bit.
They have.
So again, we still throughout this whole series, I only know about her father pretty much through the promo stuff of like the promotion, like informational stuff of like Barbara Gordon. She comes from an influential family. That's how she got the really nice apartment, and she owns that apartment because of her father. And I was expecting like a whole father-son-in-law thing going on. That never happened. We still have no idea what Barbara does for a living.
She
rich girl socialite, maybe? No.
I guess so.
I've seen some fan films where she's like a nurse, so at least she's doing something like so fan films. Anyway, so pretty much she's at her parents' house. She has really high society, bland parents of like, oh Barbara, what have you been doing? And it's the mom. It's like
Mr. and Mrs. Pewter Schmidt.
No, it's even worse than that.
You're right, because they don't have personalities.
It's like all I could say on this scene. All I wrote in my notes like unlikable parents equals Barbara.
Duh!
It's like just these bland. They're just
perfectly.
These parents are bland and unlikable. Like they sound condescending.
I like how they're like minorly annoyed at the fact that their daughter is asking to spend the night in this huge mansion.
Exactly.
As if that's somehow some sort of inconvenience to them.
Exactly. I mean, it's like unlikable stock for this girl. So. It's like so the person, how are things going with a police officer? And this Barbara's lying her teeth off here, just saying.
I'm sure it just gets under your skin.
Yeah, it just says, things are good, just drinking the freaking Barbara. Even in the episode, we're just passive and literally. If you look at this scene, there's literally nothing interesting in this scene whatsoever.
No, not at all.
Just when I look into the context of it all, it just makes me angry. So let's move on. So again, to be fair, at least when they have Barbara in there, she's doing nothing contributing to the plot. So, at the very least, it's not her doing stupid stuff. It's just her being bland.
For sure.
One is she's staying there. She's imposing on her parents staying there. She brought luggage without even waiting in the car with it.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, oh no, don't leave the luggage in the car, and then ask. No, just bring it in and impose on them. Do that, Barbara. Stupid. Anyway.
Okay, so Maroney, he is entertaining the pants off of the cops at the GCPD.
And the mob, and a few of his mobster buddy. That's funny.
Oh yeah. Like again, he's just the center of attention.
This is such a great intense scene. Again, great acting on David Zayas.
Oh yeah.
So Penguin wakes up, and as you can tell, he's horrified for many reasons.
Oh yeah.
One, first of all, he's horrified. He's waking up at the police stations, which he had a little trouble in last episode. Even worse is with Maroney, who he was the direct reason he had trouble in last episode. 3, he's being faced with Maroney and a bunch of cops surrounding him.
Mm-hmm.
4, 4, he asks Don Maroney basically how long have I been out? And he tells him a few hours, and he knows he's in really deep with Falcone, because Falcone wanted him there instantly. He's been away from a few hours.
Yeah, exactly.
So he tries to leave. And he says, "Oh, I must be going." And he says, "Well, he says, no, stay here." He says, "Well, about my sick mother. I mean, he says, no, stay here." And he says, "Well, it's her heart, see." And he says, Murray just drinks his coffee, and he goes, "Oh, I mean, unless it's not okay with you." And then Marone says, "No, listen, I want to bring something up here. when you were unconscious for a moment, you said you had urgent business with Falcone.
Yeah.
And then just the fear that registers on Robin Lord Taylor's
Oh,
face
yeah.
is the thing.
Oh,
Oh my God! I'm a good guy at planning stuff, but oh no.
I have a bad poker face.
Well, to be fair, actually, there was a bit we kind of glazed over, like when he gets the call from Falcone mentioning that Eliza's been kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
Penguin has this really weird. It's a cool acting choice. Of like, first I couldn't tell if he was happy or saddened by this news because his face was just kind of going everywhere.
Right.
But then he was like really happy, saying he was like ridiculously happy, like, "Oh, Fish, you've got me. I have you right where I want you now."
Exactly. Yeah.
Now we see the exact opposite of that moment of Penguin being utterly terrified. Meanwhile, what's happening with Falcone?
Okay, what's that? Falcone, he answers the phone once again, and Fish, she's thinking that she's manipulating him, but once again, all the cards are laid on the table. Falcone knows it's Fish, tells her to drop the act, and Fish wants him to agree to leave Gotham for the protection of Liza, for the safety of Liza.
Take the girl. You take the girl. Just you and her leave Gotham.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Merlin Falcone, you can tell, is definitely disappointed as he says, "You were always my favorite Fish." And like basically, I love his reasoning. He says, "You're the smartest one in the family, Fish. Of course, it's you."
Okay, so Gil Zeeb is just absolutely stoked about this.
It's cracked me up, dude. Obviously there's going to be a downside to this, and he's just ecstatic.
All right, boss. Fighter doing it, yeah.
Does make me wonder how great his grand designs are. I wonder if he actually is. I assume he's going to betray Fish at some point, but we'll see.
That is assuming he's even alive, but we'll get into that in speculation.
Yes, certainly. So Gilzini's ecstatic, and Fish kind of cuts him off, saying, pretty much saying, "I owe him a way out here, so there's no reason to be celebrating. I owe him a way out." Again, you and I must have been perplexed for a moment because I know you've been jazzing yourself up for it, like the whole "I'm gonna kill that old man with my bare hands and my teeth."
Exactly. We still need to get that.
So this is interesting. First, before that, there's a little bit of a difference in character, but I think she's had time to mull it over, and again, just with that little exchange here, you can tell she and Falcone have a deep relationship going on. So maybe she does respect him in some way and figures, I do owe him at least a way out. I assume she's going to kill him down the line, regardless. So
she needs to use her teeth to kill something. That's all I can say.
No, I'm sure she's going to do that. But I'm just saying, for the moment, she really specified she was going to do that to him, and now she's saying she wants to give him a way out. So I'm thinking she's had some time in the meantime to mull it over. Like, if Falcone actually, maybe I'll kill him down if I need to. But right now he's. Right now I can get him out of here and use the girl and basically have the calmer retreat.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically tells Liza, "Listen, Liza, string him along, friend. So you might have to go with him, but we'll get you out of there." And when she says she'll get her out of there, it makes me think that later down the line, once things come in, she'll just have a hitman go down there and kill Falcone. That's what I think.
Right? Yeah, potentially.
Yeah, or just like fake kill Liza and then just bring her back.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then let's see. Liza basically says she likes me, he treated me nicely, and Fish says, "Hey, listen, Liza, I love how Fish in these last two episodes is really diffusing the tension where you think she's gonna really kill someone, be always angry at them, but no, she's really nice to Butch in the previous episode."
Sure.
And here she's the same thing. She's being real nice to Liza at the beginning. She says, "Oh, listen, dear, you're gonna be safe. Don't be scared." There's some genuineness in Fish there. It kind of brings that little Alfred revelation from the last 2 episodes ago. Of he says, "I'm sure." Basically, he says you have a heart underneath it all to Fish, pretty much. Remember?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking there's a bit of some genuine feelings with Fish there. They're demented, mind you, but there are some genuine feelings there.
Okay.
So you can like him, just you can never tell him the truth, which we know is going to backfire. Meanwhile.
Yes. Okay, so sorry.
And
page of notes. Falcone and
Mr.
Zaz, who wants to get back to work.
Oh yes, Zaz. He desperately wants to come on. Boss, let me kill him for you. Let me do my job.
And then what does Falcone say?
I love this. Falcone's in his chair, and again, he's after the situation's played out so far, and he's agreed to her terms, he's gonna leave with Liza, kind of retire to the countryside. And he says, "They want me to step down, Victor. what am I do? Basically, what am I doing all this for? And he, pretty much saying, no one. What am I doing this for? And Zaz is desperately trying to convince him because he loves doing his job. Just
and
convincing him.
He gives a very, very somber, please.
Well, not yet. Before he says, it's about respect and power. He says, well, no one cares about respect here anymore. And pretty much says, I want the retired lifestyle, They want me to retire to the countryside, and I want that too. Yeah, I'm tired. And then Zaz delivers the ultimate.
Please. Don't talk that way.
Yeah, please don't talk that way.
And I love how he has a pause after please.
Yeah, because he knows that
it's please don't talk that way. It's please.
I hope the actor just remembered that one episode where he said please and just thought himself.
I'm sure. I'm pretty sure that's what.
And please could be my gimmick. Maybe please could be my gimmick. I'm gonna use that. Anyway, so please don't talk that way. And then Falcon's getting a little stern with Zaz. So hey, listen, your job isn't to kill them. Your job is to make sure is to keep Liza and me safe for tonight's little meeting. So Falcon has a plan, most definitely.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
okay, so meanwhile, so Nigma, oh god, so Nigma confronts Kringle once again, and he's like, "A beautiful woman is a dangerous thing. That's Riddle. Get it? The bullet, the cupcake, sweet but deadly." Oh god.
And I gotta tell you, on some level, it's kind of a sweet gesture. On some level.
On some level, I guess.
Well, I mean, again, from Nigma's perspective, in his mind, it definitely is a nice gesture, which is, I think it's hilarious. The way to approach a woman, you don't give her a cupcake with a bullet in it. It's usually not the way to go.
No.
But again, I like how. At first, her reaction was like maybe she's still a little touched by it. Of course, she's weirded out by it completely, yes. But for a moment, it's like on some levels, like she's a little kind of embarrassed of like, oh wait, this is kind of a sweet gesture, but it's really creepy. I'm not into it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then there's an interesting bit with the Riddler. We're trying to get into a speculation, given some stuff the actor said recently. But the point is, Nigma is trying. There's like be a moment of like Nigma trying to make a connection here, but then. I feel bad I didn't look this up, but I know this actor from something, but I don't. I've seen this actor and stuff. I don't know his name.
Oh,
I remember the most recent thing I saw him in. He was in that Silver Linings Playbook movie. He was the cop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's been in. I've seen him in other things too, but that was the most recent thing I saw.
Actually, in Silver Lining Playbook?
What?
What in Silver Lining Playbook?
He's the cop that keeps checking in on the family.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I remember what the other thing I know him from. He's Detective Martin. He plays a lot of cops. He's Detective Martin Soap in Punisher Warzone, I think.
Yeah, I've yet to see Punisher Warzone.
Yeah, well, the point is he's played a few cops and he's good. This actor's good.
Okay.
I wonder if they're gonna do stuff with this guy. It'd be kind of nice. But anyway, so the point is that an officer walks in there. He kind of bullies Nigma into leaving, saying, "Leave the perv Nigma. Leave the girl alone."
Mm-hmm.
And you feel bad for Nigma because again he's not trying. Of course, I feel bad for Nigma because he just doesn't understand the social conventions here. But he's just trying to express.
Not at all.
We know he's trying to express himself, but
he makes some kind of line about frogs in a blender.
Yeah, basically trying to say, no, I'm not hitting on her. I'm not bothering her. Saying, hey, what's with the frogs blender? I love how Kringle gives this kind of laugh, like she's kind of. Yeah, I think he's kind of growing on her somehow.
Oh God.
At least for a moment, it looks like that. Like deep down, she's kind of like him.
Yeah.
He's growing or something. At one point, he says, okay, seriously, Nigma, get out of here. And he says, oh, look, I'm sorry if I offend you. And Nigma, truly, he doesn't mean any harm. Yeah. Just, if I offend you in any way, I'm sorry. But here's an important part. He hears a noise. Got dismissed to get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Poor Nigma. And then Nigma leaves. And this, you feel so bad for Nigma here. They say in the background, right in his earshot, they say, oh, man, what does she say? She says, oh, he's so weird.
So weird, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he says something like, oh, thank you for saving me. He says, he's so weird. Yeah, no problem. Again, you feel bad for Nigma. This is going to play big time into his character arc, which we'll get into in speculation. But
For sure.
Point is, you feel bad for Nigma, but he's kind of going about this the wrong way, though. But he doesn't know any better.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
so Penguin's in hot water.
Remember, the noise he did hear was the electrocutioner making his move on the station.
Right.
Okay, meanwhile with the Penguin.
Yeah, Penguin's in a bit of hot water. He swears up and down, I have no business with Falcone. Don Maroney, you have to believe me. I swear on my mother. I swear.
Okay, I believe you, Penguin. Go see your mother. And he does. Now, here's the interesting thing. Again, I don't get an exact answer for this. I'm really curious how it's going to go. But
Do you think Maroney believes him or not?
I'm wondering if Maroney's going to kill his mother, to be honest with you.
Oh, no, Mrs. Cobblepot.
I'm wondering. I don't know. We'll get into that speculation. The point is, Maroney's
Okay,
reaction.
well, you know what? It's interesting because Falcone later on this episode gets really, really pissed off about a lie that was used against him with his mother. So
Mothers are a real sore spot.
Might have a similar reaction with, the lie with Penguin's mother. You know what I mean?
Yeah, certainly. Because remember, Maroney also has a soft spot for boys and their mothers. See, that's how he started out.
Exactly.
But I don't know, the thing, again, great acting on David Zayas, because it's such a flawless thing. You don't know what he's thinking. He just says, okay, and you really believe it.
You really don't.
Like, you believe me saying, okay, we can't read into it. Like, obviously, if Maroney's kind of a meathead, but he's a experienced meathead, so he knows how these things go.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, okay, we know if he'd be a complete dummy not to realize that, okay, a guy just randomly says Falcone and sleeping. Even as good as Penguin is, look, as good as the Penguin is, it's hard to explain. And I think it's a smart thing. We didn't see how he explained it away because there's no possible explanation for it.
Exactly.
Just swearing up and down that he's not working for Falcone, which we know. We know Maroney knows something. The question is, how is he approaching it?
Of course.
Yeah, the question is, like, he's approaching it. Like, I'm wondering, I'm hoping that Maroney still wants to keep him around. He's just going to use him.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. Anyway, so the point is, as the Penguin kind of screwing, it seems to be a running thing. Penguin screwing away with that excuse and then something bad happening. So then the ambush happens at the police station. Everyone's basically the generator on the outside. Electricity has been going off like lightning bolts are hitting people, killing them, or essentially kind of creating some sort of electrical pulse on the ground that knocks everyone out.
Oh yeah.
Now this is important. Again, maybe a little something for speculation with Penguin and Maroney. It looks like, I don't know if there's just by happenstance Penguin landed on Maroney, or if maybe as a show of trying to cover himself with the whole Falcone thing, he covered him out of protection.
I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch it again.
Remember, Gruber has that funny line of, there he is, under that funny-looking fellow over there.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
The point is, really cool shot. Everyone in the darkened police station has been knocked out.
Oh yeah.
And a few people dead, just lightning everywhere. It's a really cool looking shot. And then he and Aaron walk in the place. And then Gruber, really cool line, says, there he is on that funny looking fellow over there. This thing goes, I was expecting something for a little more oomph.
Yeah, that is a good villain line. Gruber definitely has some good villain-esque stuff to do.
At the very least,
I'll give him that.
The actor for Gruber still impresses me. I love the actor for Gruber.
Yeah.
He's a big reason I wouldn't mind seeing him back. Well, again, we'll hold off for speculation. We'll get to it. Anyway, so Gruber, or Electrocutioner. We can call him Electrocutioner if you want to. Just anyway, so
I prefer Gruber.
Whatever. So then we have kind of the Gordon versus the Electrocutioner face-off here, if you will.
Indeed.
I just loved the shot, and it was in the promos too. Like he pulls a gun on the back of Gruber's after he says a little more. It's such a Batman type moment of like a little more oomph, and then how's this for oomph? And it's from behind. It's like the whole line in The Dark Knight, like a little fighting, yeah. I like that. Then you're gonna love me.
Yeah, you're right. That's absolutely what I thought.
So cool. Anyway.
Ours? No, but I know how you got these.
Very poor choice of words. Anyway, so we're getting off track. Anyway, so the point is, Electrocutioner and Gordon have a face-off in those nice shoes. Little nice shoes lines pointing at that. Again, Electrocutioner loves dealing with Gordon.
More shoe humor going on in the show, too.
Yeah, they're bringing it back. They're bringing back the shoe stuff. Shiny shoes, mother of God.
Put that on a bumper sticker.
Yeah. Anyway, so the point is, he says, nice shoes, and pointing at that Gordon is he respects that Gordon's smart enough to think ahead of like the rubber shoes, so he could stand there.
Exactly.
And knock it. Right. Again, I love how that paid off, and plus Enigma helped him out, and that. So Enigma did save the day in the end.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. You're right. You're right.
I love this too. Like, right, of course, you think, well, for a moment it kind of does the opposite of this, but for a moment you think Groover saw everything. You're saying, I wouldn't hold that if I were you. Pretty much using a device on his chest. Yeah, I love his costume, but with a little electrical device strapped on him.
Yeah, no, really, really. It kind of reminds me of something out of BioShock or something like that. I don't know.
It has a design flaw, mind you, but it's pretty cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It has a major design flaw, but it is pretty cool looking.
Mm.
So pretty much he zaps the gun out of Gordon's hand. Really cool moment. I was thinking, why wouldn't he do that? And then pretty much now unarmed Gordon, he has a little fight with Amygdala or Aaron, if you will, and Gordon has a little fight with Aaron, and Electrocution kind of talking in his ear during the fight.
Mm.
After Gordon kind of lays Amygdala out, big old burly guy, huge fight.
Oh yeah.
Gruber points out, look at these people. Do these people deserve saving? Look what you're fighting for here. Pretty much pointing out, you don't tell me everyone here is worth saving. Even Maroney says, even Maroney pretty much, oh come on, don't kid yourself.
I love that. It's kind of like a Batman sort of mentality. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, the Gruber here, what he's doing here is he's pointing out, you're fighting for what exactly? And then he realizes, Gordon, this sign has been pointed out before, so I like how they're kind of still striving towards this. This is pointed out way back in the Black Mask episode. Mm. That you fight because you hate to lose. You feel you have to win because deep down, like everyone else in this town, you're out for you have a lust for blood and power. That's a cool line. No, yeah, absolutely. It's drawing kind of the motivations for Gordon, which again, maybe if they pull like a really grandiose thing towards the end of the season of like tying in kind of a bit of Gordon's father and what his motivation is for saving the city a little bit more,
We'll see. For sure.
Perhaps. Anyways, the point is like saying you hate to lose and you absolutely have to win. He says, and basically he's about to shock the crap out of Gordon and most likely kill him as they're talking. And then Gordon does a really clever thing. It's really clever, but kind of a cop-out, though.
No, I thought it was fine.
It is really clever, though, and I love how they just end up with him punching him.
It's less of a cop-out than the way it happens in The Wizard of Oz. I'll give it that much.
Okay, I'll give you that.
It actually makes sense.
So again, after the electrocutioner has kind of delivered his really smart, intelligent words here to Gordon, saying, you're not really fighting for anything. These people deserve to die. Is like a lot of the people in the city are in this mentality. Essentially, is what he's saying with this dialogue. And you hate to lose, and pretty much he's about to kill Gordon. And says, "Yeah, you're right. I do hate to lose." And I love that for a moment, just a little nod of acceptance, like, "Yeah, I'm right." Yeah. Gordon just takes some water on a guy's desk, a cup full of water or something. Pretty much. I didn't think it was coffee because otherwise Maroney would have saved the day, but I'm pretty sure it was water. Takes some water and he splashes it on his gear before he can release the electrical shock and pretty much.
Oh no! What have you done? I'm melting.
It's pretty funny, and again, it's kind of anticlimactic, but I think that's the point, though. That
right, yeah. It's very logical too. It's like this guy with all his electric power. It's like, throw some water on him.
It's like the way Bane always gets defeated in the Batman comics. Just cut the tubing and he's done for.
Right, exactly.
Usually, it's like it's still a design flaw, but the point is, Gordon just splashes water. Gordon thinking on his feet like the galoshes. He splashes the water on the guy's chest and he can't work. And this guy's not much of a physical fighter, so I love he's just defeated. There's no implication that he needed to punch him or anything. He's defeated. He surrenders. Who else is?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
I love that. So this guy to me is really interesting. Again, I'm sorry I keep bringing up. We'll hold it off till the. Because I really like this guy. Anyway, so Gordon is victorious. They're even arresting the guy in a public forum. Once the power's back on, we can assume instantly.
Oh yeah.
So basically, the Commissioner Loeb, he's having a whole press event. Everyone's taking pictures because within the 24-hour mark, Gordon pulled it off.
Oh, and this is a really cool moment.
This is a really cool moment. So he says, "It's a new day." Like Barron said, "It's a new day, right? Detective Gordon." Pretty much, he gives him his badge back in a public forum as they're taking pictures, and they hold the guy away. He whispers to him as they're taking the pictures. He's like whispers so no one can see it. He says, "Listen, Gordon says this. Next guy takes away my shield. I don't know how, but I'll find a way to make him eat it."
Love
and
that.
This is cool. This moment really jazzed me up too. Like Lib saying, now they turn to the post and say, "What was that? It's a new day."
Yeah. New day, Commissioner.
Oh yeah, really cool. I love the idea of this guy we know is going to cause Gordon a lot of problems, saying it's a new day.
Of course, yeah, it's a big part of the Gordon character, of course.
It's like Loeb saying it's a new day is like him completely just saying it to the press. And when Gordon says it, he's saying a lot of malice behind it. But I think Gordon deep down with his character, he means it like it's a new day. Things are going to change for the better here, despite your little showboating here.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a real cool little mini formatted scene there, like one new day to the other new day. Anyway. So then he's talking to Bullock. Real funny exchange here.
So Bullock, he's like, I don't know what you said, Jim, but I know it wasn't good, and it probably didn't hurt your reputation. Something like that, right?
Yeah, you should. Well, yeah, Brings, you should have. I hope they got a lot of pictures of you making that.
Oh, yeah. I hope you got a lot of dirty pictures of the commissioner. That's
yeah, cool. You said I'm sure it wasn't nice.
And then Jim, he's like, well, you know, I'm I've been playing it careful so far. You think you've been playing it careful?
This is funny.
So far.
And Gordon says, "Yeah, listen, I know what I'm doing. You think you've been careful so far? You think you've been careful so far?" And Gordon says, "Oh, look, I know what I'm doing." And he says, "Hey, listen, well, let's grab a drink." And Bullock says, "Okay, now you're just messing with my mind here.
You've been careful so far."
Yeah, then Gordon says, you know, I know what I'm doing, and he says, listen, let's grab a beer. And of course, it's something like he's always turned down for Bullock for the most part, and then he says, okay, now I know you're messing with mine. I'm going to need something stronger than beer. I just love that. So now,
I love how he says you think you've been careful so far, like 3 times.
Yes.
It's like, it's really good.
Because Bullock is actually careful.
Yeah.
Despite the fact, you know, he consults people like.
And I love how, like, each time he says it, he gets, like, less serious and more sarcastic.
Yeah. Yeah, it is hilarious. The point is, I just love the idea that just Bullock has a. This kind of gives me hope that Gordon now he has a kind of like maybe a Penguin-esque plan almost of like how he's going to change the city, perhaps.
Right.
Maybe the point is like he's saying. Gordon says he knows what he's doing. I'm hoping that's true. And like now he says, yeah, you're right. The mayor told me that I was I didn't know where the edge was. You have to fear, for the keeping in line. But now I know where the edge is. I'm still going to push it even further because now the city's on the point where it can be changed because now it's in a weakened state.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm thinking Gordon's now seeing he's been in the belly of the Arkham Beast, and I'm thinking he's going to now has to change it.
Okay.
Meanwhile, oh boy, big stuff happened.
Oh yeah. This last 10 minutes really is like a Breaking Bad style ending.
We got 3 huge scenes here.
Right.
Okay, scene numero uno. Falcone and Victor.
Oh yeah. So Falcone's with Zaz.
I can hear your sigh, boy.
What Zaz is doing.
Yeah, Zaz is sighing. I can hear your sighs, boy. Basically, it's something like that, or quiet your sigh, boy. He says sorry. And the Penguin
enters.
Victor's ready to tear him a new one, and then pretty much Falcone says, "Leave him be, Victor. Let him come here."
Yeah.
So Penguin comes by.
Penguin lays the cards on the table about Liza. He's like, I know that you care for this girl, but she was planted by fish. It was a lie involving getting you to care about her based on your mother.
The day I've had, I will not pester you with, but I'm so sorry I'm late. So basically he reveals the truth about Liza. We finally get a payoff of that why he held off. And what do you think about him holding off the Liza information? Do you think he held off just for the right amount of time?
I mean, it certainly
seems that way.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly kind of puts him like from being in a really shitty position to now kind of being in a power position again.
Oh yeah, because it seems like I think it was smart for him to hold off because he held her literally for the right moment, like a moment where Falcone was about to throw in the towel.
Exactly. He
basically gave Falcone the edge when he needed. He cemented his importance in the Falcone organization with this moment here.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Before now, he was just kind of like an informant that was mildly useful to Falcone, but Falcone was just always kind of like on the fence about.
Yeah, because remember, he did pretty much tell Falcone things he kind of knew already. Like he told him
right, yeah.
Go Rush and they're double dealing it, but he knew everyone in Gotham wants a piece of me.
Yeah, here he's provided Falcone with like a pivotal piece of information that that really kept him in the game. Like, really, for all intents and purposes, saved his life.
And remember, at first Falcone's in disbelief. He slaps the Penguin, says, you're lying, and he pretty much says, like, prove it. And this is a great gamble on the Penguin's part. Really awesome moment of, like, the Penguin having been slapped around. He's had a really rough day, been electrocuted God knows how many times. He's in deep water with Maroni, but thankfully he's building this substance here with Falcone by telling him. Really cool moment. He says, he's really being real James, because Penguin here, we see him as kind of a low point again, like how he was in the very beginning of the series.
Exactly.
It's like the same moment where he made the deal with Falcone almost. Pretty much saying, I can't prove it, but I'm right. And he says, well, and here's the best line from Penguin in this episode, if you ask me. Well, except for the ending line. He says, saying you're wrong. He says, when have I ever been wrong?
That is a good line. That is a good line.
When have I been wrong? And he says it's so genuine. Just the performance in that line really sells me on it.
Right.
Fish, okay, we're meeting tonight at my place. Okay.
All right. And from this point on, it really starts to feel like a high noon showdown. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is like a Walter White Gus Fring meet here.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay.
This is like a box cutter situation here.
Set the stage.
Okay. So they're at Fish Mooney's club, and the Fish is there. Falcone walks in, and they're basically there to discuss terms. Fish says, "I'm gonna have you sign power over and sign these papers." And I love how Falcone just points out, he's been in the business a long time. He says, paper's not going to influence anyone.
Right.
Then he says, before I sign anything or before I agree to any terms, I need to see her. He says, you have my words. He's going to obviously Falcone can't take a word for it. And I love this. On the phone, he wanted to speak to Liza so he can confirm this, but nope, he's doing it right on the spot. So Falcone, for a moment, like again, he's really flying by the seat of his pants here with a plan he's setting in motion.
He is. Yeah.
He's making sure here. Really cool for Falcone. I'm sure he's planning a lot of stuff in advance. At that point, he says, I need to see her. Like Fish snaps her fingers. Liza's there, and he questions Liza's. Really, really cool kind of a human lie detector. This Falcone. So
Oh yeah.
Liza, how long have you known Fish Mooney? I don't know.
I just met her tonight.
Yeah, and pretty much then he says, essentially he just says, I know, Liza, I know. Then pretty much he knows the truth about Liza, because Fish and I talked. Oh, I should mention, Penguin did point out, the reason this is important. The reason Falcone slapped Penguin wasn't just like he's in disbelief, it's because Fish Mooney picked a girl who looked like your mother.
Exactly.
As we saw in the little flashback, big ties to his mom.
Sure. Big time.
Fish, how I know? Because Fish and I talked about these sort of things for a long time. We talked about my mother. And basically says, a little bird told me. And
I love the way the title comes into the episode.
And then Fish says, little bird's been getting a little, getting a little too involved in things, or speaking of things that he doesn't know about.
Something like little bird's been, something about that.
Little bird's been tweeting too much or something.
Oh God.
Anyway, so the point is, little bird told me. He says, I feel so stupid. I'm embarrassed by my own stupidity and not realizing this. So then he basically calls in his men, with the gun. The place is surrounded, all the guys in Gilsey and Fish, and I assume anyone else they have guns trained on them, but all the guys, including Victor Zsasz. And I can assume Victor Zsasz is very happy with this, despite.
Oh yeah, of course.
I assume if there were a scene, I'm glad there isn't this scene. It would be kind of funny on the side of this is what you get for not giving me my muffin. Can I have a muffin now?
Oh my God.
Anyway, sorry.
That'd be the best.
That's silly. But anyways, back to the drama of the scene here. So, pretty much calls in the men with the guns, and he basically says, I know, because, Fish and I talked about my mom. I love this. He's talking to Eliza really, really close. He's putting the hand on the cheek, pretty much. He's saying, he apologizes to her, saying, I'm sorry you had to get involved in this. I'm sure I'm sure you're a lovely girl. And you're just getting involved in this. Then basically the hands on there, and then this completely caught me out of nowhere. This is made my jaw drop. How violent and just out of nowhere this was. I expected maybe the shooter have her taken somewhere. Maybe even a slim chance of him being her being taken prisoner or something. But,
right.
He strangles her right there, like hand personal.
Yeah.
It's not like for a moment I was thinking maybe Zaz would have done it, but no, it was Falcone strangled her with his own bare hands, really violently, shocked too.
Yeah, really,
kind of like the pressing
really
on the Adam's apple type, like the pressing on like
Mhm.
the little bump in the throat thing. And oh my god, it's really
And to
right
top
there.
it all off, we see the dead body and then the flower, the shot of the flower.
Well, he's like she grabs like I love it a little bit where she grabs like Falcone's like the mafia scarf.
And
And that basically symbolizes the loss of life as she falls, and then he goes off. Then pretty much he takes the little flowers on his lapel she gave him, and it drops on her. Like he said, this is important. I love Fish's reaction. That Fish is kind of semi-grown to care for Liza, and she's mad that he killed Liza right in front of her, and then she just realizes, oh man, you just killed her, and she's not happy. Fish is not happy, and when that flower lands, you just cut the Fish's face, and Fish is not happy. So, and before that, I guess after that bit, then he mentions to Fish, I want you alive for, basically, I want them alive for now. Fish and Gilzine, I want them alive for now. Don't try calling your people because they're all dead. And basically says, I would forgive you for this, Fish, if not for the fact that you used my saint of a mother, my dear sweet saint mother.
Oh yeah.
That's basically saying that's just wrong. His love, he just says it's wrong. It's basically it's a really low blow.
Exactly. Because for oh man, you're right. Because for someone like Falcone, he is a man with not a lot of moral compass. So it's but there are certain lines that you don't cross, and this is one of them, and Fish crossed it.
And a big delineation we kind of saw between Falcone and Maroni previously, at least what we've kind of speculated and gathered, is that Falcone was more of a professional family guy. Maroni's more of a personal family guy. So Falcone was he viewed the mobsters as family, like we act as a family, but he views it more like cold businessy. But no, he actually has he wears his heart deep within his, deep within the chest where Maroni wears on his sleeve, so to speak. If you can charm Maroni, you're gonna live. But Falcone, Falcone, you can we saw earlier on in the episode. The guy said, we're family. It didn't work. The guy got killed. But oh boy. So he just says, that's just wrong. And then here's the cool bit. Here's the reason Falcone gets the Oscar, so to speak.
Oh yeah.
After he said that really intimidating thing, pretty much said, "You used my mother, and that's just not right." And you can tell, oh man, this guy's brimming with betrayal and hatred. And then he turns in a moment. It's really cool. This is such a cool line. He says, "Fish, I do want to thank you though. I want to thank you, Fish, for reminding me who I am. Making me feel alive again.
And
reminding me why I'm doing this."
Oh, it's such a cool sort of big, like I said, it's a big coming out for his character, I think.
It's like this, the dying old man, so to speak. The dying old man that Fish and all the monsters have been kind of saying, Falcone's been losing in his later years, they all want him to retire.
Exactly.
And it's through this act of trying to get at him, the Fish basically, she makes her big move to achieve victory over Falcone, and what she's indirectly done is she's given him a rebirth. She's taken years off his life. She's basically dipped him in a Lazarus pit, so to speak. She's youthing the guy up and basically revitalizes him. Now he's more aware than ever.
Oh man! Oh yeah!
Oh, I said, boy. And then, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, then okay, it gets even better. So then, after that, says he calls in somebody from the outside, and who else could it be? Someone who's planned this all from the start.
Oh God.
The Penguin comes in and says, "You're right as all." I just love Falcone's line. "You're right as usual, old friend."
Oh. And then, of course,
say your goodbyes.
Gaz's trademark is please. Then Penguin's trademark is hello, Fish.
And then here's the important. It's a callback too. Remember, the Fish is a callback to when he called her Fish, and then remember the whole conversation
That's true. Yeah, good catch.
Remember, she said, "Only my friends call me Fish." And then basically, Murray says, "Say your goodbyes. You're going away for a long time." Falcone plans to have these guys tortured like there's no tomorrow. Anyway, so Penguin says, "Hello, Fish," and Again, then you think this is kind of our post-credit moment here, if you will. We have Leslie Thompson and Jim Gordon.
Do you think the Hello Fish thing would have been the best place to end the episode?
Well, yeah, don't get me wrong, it would have been, yes, but this was kind of like a nice little bit of like additional surprise beat.
But I do like the way that they presented the cliffhanger, though. I'll get into it, but okay, so I'll just ask you right up front: Are you okay with Jim being so upfront about this whole thing and just going for it?
Oh, I'm fine with it.
You're fine with it? Okay, cool.
I mean, I'm saying Barbara deserves it. You know, it's just it's
exactly.
Look, ordinarily. Well, I mean, the thing is, there's always been. They're not going with this, obviously, because if they do go with this one route, I'm going to be mad at it. I don't think they are.
What if it turns into a love triangle, which I'm sure it probably will?
Okay, look, here's the way. I'm saying, if they are trying...
Just saying.
Okay, here's the wrong way of going back. If they're trying,
Jim, I want you back! Barbara, well, you do have the clock tower apartment.
Okay.
Sorry, Leslie, but I've got things I need to work out.
Here's the thing.
I just made you really angry, didn't I?
Yeah.
Because I just spelled it out. I just spelled out exactly what's going to happen.
Well, let me get into what I think. Okay. So here's the dumb route. If they what they might be aiming for here is that obviously in year one of the comic, big thing was that Jim Gordon had an affair.
Right. Exactly.
Now I would hope that they're smart enough not to play it. I'd hope they've learned something. They've taken one step in a good direction here, pairing up with Leslie Tompkins. That's a good step. Yeah, that's a step in a smart direction. But if they're going in the direction of Barbara comes back there, and
Jim gets back with her.
No. Well, that's of course that's one thing. But I'm saying the thing is, if she comes back there and she just so entitled, says, "You're having an affair? Is she the lady who answered the phone?"
Oh God! Oh God! Oh yes! Oh
if
God!
If they do like, "Oh, you're having an affair. You had an affair, you stupid."
Already been planted, BlueDragonFive. The seeds have already been planted.
Yeah, I'm saying
that is going to happen.
Oh my God! Seeds with poison ivy.
Oh my God! That is going to be gloriously awful.
Look, I'm hoping they're smart enough with that.
Oh, Ivy Pepper. Oh gosh.
Okay, the point is that would be the terrible route to go with if they just have it be like, because Barbara, the hugest hypocrite in the world, if she just said, "Oh, you're having an affair with someone else, this lady who answered the phone." Of course, Barbara. I raged about this a previous episode ago.
Yeah.
Of like now you're getting upset because you're having an affair, you big old hypocrite, you. But hopefully they're going a smart direction of just basically acknowledging that we've ruined Barbara Gordon, so we're giving up on her. We are doing a smart thing of pairing Gordon up with someone who actually we do like and who actually has a really good dynamic with him, Leslie Tompkins. And we see this is the layout of the scene here. It's a locker room. Leslie Tompkins has been let back into the locker room, and she sees Gordon. And apparently, Gordon may or may not be sleeping here.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm wondering. We'll get into that in speculation. Another gripe I have.
Okay.
But the point is, Leslie Tompkins. It's a cute thing here. A really good scene, really well written scene between Leslie and Gordon here. Of like, so she needs the doll back. Is that the only reason you're here? Well, yes. And then she's like, no. Yeah, pretty much. Just I don't. She's embarrassed because she doesn't really know how to. Because she doesn't know what she's saying. She's I don't know why I'm. Basically, she doesn't know why she's here, and then there's a real moment of again probably because I'm a huge Gordon fan. I'm just any moment of happiness for Jim Gordon, I'm all for.
Of course.
Of just it's like a moment of passion. They have a kiss, and then she returns. It's sweet, and then who interrupts this cup saying this is basically. Again, ideally, this would be with a working Barbara Gordon, but just with Leslie Tompkins for this case. A happy moment for Gordon, a happy moment of romance and hopefulness, interrupted by the crime of the city. There's been a shootout at Fish Mooney's place.
And I like how I kind of respect the artistic choice of like the shootout. The shootout has already happened, and I'm assuming we're not actually going to see it. We're just going to see the aftermath of it. I kind of respect that. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I'm all for that. But again, I was like going all the little kiss Leslie Tompkins. I thought was sweet.
Yeah.
You know, it's like all the time we've been kind of saying this for a bunch of our shows. Like, oh, it's so nice those two kids finally got together.
Oh God.
Like we were rooting for them, weren't we? I'm just hoping they stay
absolutely.
I'm just hoping they stay that way, and they're not going to do the whole Barbara comes back and screws up everything.
Anyways, so we've been going on like a little longer than we usually do. So can we kind of keep the speculation to kind of bare minimum? Like, what are the absolute essential things we have to speculate about?
Okay, well, promo. Okay, here's our promo for next week. Okay, so Gordon and Penguin. Gordon goes to the scene of the shootout. It looks like Penguin and the gang, they're celebrating a little early, and Gordon questions a little early to celebrate, don't you think?
Okay.
So I love this, kind of bringing back the whole Gordon-Penguin dynamic of these guys.
Of course, definitely.
Yeah, remember Penguin's grand designs. He wants to turn Gordon to the side of crime, too, by the way.
Come to the dark side, Jim. The dark side.
And that's another promise he made Falcone. So remember, Gordon is on the back of Falcone's mind. He made that promise to him when the whole big Penguin reveal happened that I can bring him to our sides. That's a promise he may not be able to keep.
Very true.
Meanwhile, Fish is being tortured, and she likes it, and that's scary.
Oh no! Oh
Is
God!
That what you got?
Of course. Oh man! Oh, I can't wait! I can't. That makes so much sense for me.
She literally says, "Is that all you got?"
Oh dear God! Oh dear God!
She says, "Is that all you got?" And she laughs maniacally, like.
Oh man! Oh, I can't wait. That's.
And they're like bringing drills out and stuff. I have no idea how.
Could be her last stand right here.
I don't think so. Remember, I think they have more. They have more in store for Fish. But anyway, so also here's the big plot next episode that Gordon back on the force. What's he going to do? He's going to stir up some trouble and some classic Year One style stuff next episode. That there's an officer who's apparently killing people.
Oh,
and,
okay.
And Gordon's again. Welcome back, Jim Gordon. As they saw in the trailer for this show, there was like a bloody "Welcome back, Jim Gordon" written in a newspaper for Gordon.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
So Gordon's pursuing this despite the warning of Bullock and Essen, like saying, "Oh, Jim, you don't want to stir up this much trouble." And looks like we're getting a classic scene from Year 1, 2 of the cops beating up Jim Gordon.
Oh man!
Which again, Loeb has a big role in, so I'm hoping for that.
Right.
Meanwhile, Zaz is going to be upset. Looks like he's going to be happy killing people. That's some quick long-term speculation. We're getting Fearsome Dr. Crane episode after that.
Okay, yeah, I actually have exciting news.
Yeah, we did. I saw the Scarecrow. There's a physical Scarecrow.
Yeah, the Scarecrow is the title, and so it's like, so by all intents and purposes, that should be kind of like another two-parter. You know what I mean?
Wait, do you mean there's another episode been announced called Scarecrow?
14 is called The Fearsome Dr. Crane. Yeah. 15 is literally called The Scarecrow.
Oh.
Right?
Oh my God. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my God. I remember I saw the behind the scenes that were playing during the show that the actor played Penguin. He's going around. He has some hints dropped for next episodes. And I saw a physical Scarecrow prop. So I don't know if it's the costume or if it's just a physical Scarecrow or not.
So yeah, we're definitely gonna be like, if it's literally 2 episodes of like him in 2 scenes apiece, it's gonna be ridiculous. I'm sure they're not gonna go that way.
I'm sure.
I'm sure he'll be fleshed out.
I'm hoping. I don't think Bruce Wayne's gonna be in, or Bruce and Alfred, unless they're like a B story to the side.
They need to bring Bruce and Alfred. I could see them not being worked into the 2 Scarecrow episodes. They need to be in the next episode. I really hope.
I think they are going to be in the Scarecrow episodes. I don't think they're going to be in the next one.
You think they're going to be in the Scarecrow episodes?
Because fear with Bruce Wayne something you got to do.
Very true.
So I'm saying, I think unless they're like inserted just to seed them in for the Scarecrow episodes, unless they're like a B story of like, oh yeah, I remember Bruce Wayne's in this show. Because think about it, these first 3 episodes we've gotten no Bruce Wayne because they're all Gordon centric.
It's 2 episodes, right? 2 episodes.
Well, it's going to be 3. I'm saying going to be.
Well, yeah, but we don't know for sure if Bruce Wayne's not going to be in the next one.
Fair. I'm saying it looks like the promo has no Bruce Wayne in sight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. The promo's 30 seconds.
Good point. But also in the future, we're gonna have a physical doll maker come around.
Oh, that's exciting.
Okay, the actor played. Let me get this real quick. The actor who played the Riddler. He spoke about the Riddler's character development this season.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so Riddler apparently is going to be going a little darker. So basically, as more unfortunate things happen, he's going to realize the cops are going to start not liking him as much, like Miss Kringle. So
just like I was expecting.
Yeah. So as more bad things happen to him like that, he's going to be all these kind of. He's been cryptic about it. All he's kind of said is that. Basically, Enigma is going to be more like annoying to annoy people, get a reaction out of him.
Oh, okay. So he's basically going to be a troll.
Well, not like they didn't say again. He was a little cryptic.
No, he's going to be a troll. If that's what it sounds like, that's what it sounds. He's going to be doing some trolling up in the GCPD.
So I'm thinking he's going to be like basically,
God.
you know, like when he's like talking to himself, like doing like. Pretty much proving like he's smarter than the average
exactly.
radio.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be like more like I know more than you are.
Okay.
And what I think is going to happen, the other thing is that with that mindset, is that Riddler, they said he's going to be more, he's going to enjoy the chaos of Gotham more.
Okay.
So basically, when people are basically being outwitted and stuff, he's going to be enjoying that, like enjoying how much more smart he is.
Sure.
He's going to be basking in bad things happening to other people.
Gotcha.
Also, real quick, they also confirmed that Fish, for some reason, her wardrobe includes Bullock's jacket. So I'm thinking Bullock might be saving her.
Whoa. Huh. Okay.
Or at least be involved somehow. And real quick, one thing I want to mention that's relevant to this episode, real quick. So that whole the apartment subplot seems to be completely wasted because Gordon again may be sleeping in the GCPD. So. Again, I was hoping they were going to pick up like Gordon investigating, like.
Oh my God, you're totally right. Yeah, there's just nothing. It was just completely glossed over.
So again,
not even a mention. Not even like a passing line, like, "Hey, I went to my apartment last night."
I mean, the only potential reference of the fact he might be sleeping in the GCPD, maybe I don't know, but we'll see. If they don't address the next episode, I'm saying it's a lost cause, and then it was a stupid reason to give us a stupid barber plot in the future. But I'm gonna hate.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna really hate if they go the predictable route of like, oh, Jim, I have problems, and then we should get the bait. Oh, forget it, Barber. It's all in the past. I'll break thing off.
Oh God. Oh, you're.
I hate that. I hope it doesn't happen. Anyways, that's enough speculation. All right.
No, I got it.
So overall, just any closing thoughts, real quick.
Well, like I said, man, I really do think this is kind of like the culminative Gotham episode so far. I really think this, there were a couple things here and there with Gruber that could have been done a little better. Other than that, man, like, Maroni was the best we've ever seen him. Falcone was easily the best, most intimidating we've ever seen. I mean, he freaking kills a woman with his bare hands. I mean, that was just a shocker moment. That's probably going to be like one of the more iconic moments of the whole of season 1 of Gotham, I think, when all is said and done. Like, we got all this stuff in the I really love this episode. We got great Bullock and Gordon dynamics, as always. I really do think when I look back on it, I think this is probably the one out of the 12 guns so far that's my favorite.
Yeah, well, with Gruber, real quick, as you already mentioned it, yeah, I would love to see Gruber come back. Probably not this season, but next season definitely. Because again, I think he's too interesting to leave go. Because again, with the exception of Loeb, he's kind of like a precursor to a Jim Gordon Joker relationship, if you will. Like he's the first crazy he's really faced. It was like he calls him Jim, and like they have kind of a cool like philosophy battle going on. No, I think he's too. I don't think they're going to waste this guy because again, they brought him back first, but they didn't kill him off, and they just put him back in prison. He thinks he's smart enough to break out again, so I'll give him. I'll give him points of. Plus, you know, Amygdala's alive also, so I think they're going to come back next season. I'm hoping for that.
Gotcha.
I love the actor, I love the performance in it. I think again,
like we said, you know, they're definitely getting a season 2. So with that in mind, it's kind of like it kind of makes playing with the speculation a lot easier now.
Yeah. So okay, so let's see.
Horizons.
Right, so okay, overall, again, I was mixed on a few things, and the mixed in terms of, I do like the stuff. I'm just wondering, like, maybe they could have done a little more with it. Like the one issue I didn't really raise up enough was it's. The revenge plot on Gruber's like a little small scale in terms of like what the guy's grand plans were.
Absolutely, completely agree. It could
the way
have been a lot more emphasized.
Yeah, I think the way around it for me is like he still has his motivations there. Like he's a guy who loves electricity, loves experimenting with it. He just uses it for crime. I just love integrating his motivations into the reflection of the city. That's the way I kind of get around it. So I think if you kind of look at it, it's a reflection of like how the city's operating around. He's going to get more creative as the city gets more mad. That'll be a way around because I feel like it's a little too small scale, like being a bank robber, like we're just going after Maroni all of a sudden because he looks like his grand designs like turning people into puppets. But we'll see.
You're all puppets on
strings. Anyway, before we quote the competition here, let's point. So again, I did really like Mob episode was fantastic. This episode, and I'm a little higher on the mixed points. I'm more positive.
Yeah, it's interesting because usually you're the one that's more positive, but in this one, I definitely think I'm the one that's more high on this episode.
Well, no,
it's kind of a nice juxtaposition we have with opinions.
Sure. But I mean, overall, it was good. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it was definitely really good stuff.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so let's see. So remember, kids, no matter how dark and scary the world may be right now, there will be light. There will be light.
Next time, when we go exploring Gotham, yet again, he got fried like a donut.